Right guys, here we are, Movement Monday this week. What we're going to be focusing on today is going to be our midline stability, okay? Specifically in our overhead lifts. Okay? So things like a push press, an overhead squat, a snatch, even hanging from a pull-up bar kind of thing. Okay? Liam's going to be demoing for us today, and we're going to be looking at our push press. Okay? What I want us to focus on here is this region from our shoulder down to our hips. Okay? Now what commonly happens when we see people go overhead is that we lose this tension in our midline, and we see excessive extension of our lower back, okay, this lumbar region here. Liam, why don't you pick those dumbbells up? Let's show us a couple bad reps, okay? Good. So, as we can see here, like I said, we've got that extension of our lower back. If you hold in the back, what we're seeing is these dumbbells are in some tough positions here, okay? They're holding over his shoulders, but then there's this break here in front of our hips, and I bet that's tough, right?
Yep.
Very tough, exactly, okay? Take a rest, all right? What I'm going to focus on now with Liam is thinking about trying to keep this midline nice and stable. So he's going to be squeezing his abs as hard as he can, bringing his ribs down towards his hips, and then also squeezing his bum as hard as possible. Let's show some good reps, Lee. Good. Again, and then again, pause on the last. And as we can see here, the dumbbells are now in what we call a stacked position. So we've got the dumbbell sitting over his shoulders, which then travels straight over his hips as well. Okay? Take a rest there. Now the reason why this is important is not only to reduce our chance of injury, because obviously this just puts a load of pressure on our spine when it doesn't need to, but also it's going to make us way more efficient whenever we go overhead. Okay? If we think the more stable we can be, the more solid that we can be rooted to the floor, that means the more power we're going to have as we go overhead. Okay? It's something that you can think about any time you do a push press, a snatch, or hang from a pull-up bar, like we said. Okay? So there's your Movement Monday. Give it a go, and let us know what you think.